Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park, interleague baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Aggies taking on the veterans. Today. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. So just about set now. And pitching in this game, Luis Garcia. Chris, he's got the ability to take control of a game when he's out there.
Well, incredible mound presence, and he's going to attack hitters. You look at that strikeout per 9 ratio over 10 coming into this start. So he's a pitcher that wants the ball. He's aggressive. He knows that he can get the swing and miss, especially when he needs it most. We'll see how effective he is in this one.
Ready to go? Here's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. And that's in for a strike. And we are underway. This to third. Suarez throw to first in time. And a quick out, number 1. Take a look at the lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Matt Mervis.
Yeah, Boog, this lineup is setting up the pins for him right now, and he's just smashing them. Driving runs in at a high rate over the last couple of series, and it just seems like he's enjoying every opportunity he gets in a big spot. Not everybody likes to be on the big stage in those big moments, but right now he does. Those pressure moments almost seem to be what he's thriving off of, so we'll see if any of that comes up in this one.
Nick Ahmed at the plate now. That's ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. Ahmed with some nice production in his last game. 4 runs batted in. So 2 balls and no strikes.
Love seeing someone drive in a bunch of runs like he did, Boog. Doing that consistently lets your teammates know they can count on you to come through when the team needs it most.
1 down, bases empty. And there's a foul ball. That's too low. Full count, 3-2.
Full count.
And that's ball 4. Tried another slurve, but couldn't find his zone.
Did miss by much right there. Just couldn't get the call off the inside corner.
And the batter now, Jock Peterson, coming off a 4-hit effort in yesterday's game. That one's in there. Strike 1. Peterson with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Next pitch is downstairs. Ahmed, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning.
Boog, here's a guy at the plate I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Now it's Alex Bregman. That's in there. That's strike 1. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in game 1 of this 3-game set. The shortstop takes the ball. Right back to him on the mound. Handles, throws to first. That's out number 3. Half inning complete. We've got no score. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Today's starting pitcher, Hayden Wisniewski. What do we have on him?
Well, he's allowing just over 1 base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. Wisniewski with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or 2 of incredible starts, and right now it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
0-2.
Next offering is down low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But, you know, it happens.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve.
Here's a hitter who's been strong in the clutch lately. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Altuve working on a massive campaign right now, putting up some big home run numbers. And that skips in the dirt.
Well, we've seen him flex some impressive power this season, and there's still a lot of time to go. If he can keep up this pace he's on, we could be in for something really special.
Inside, and that's ball 3. Hit in the air, center field. Bader should have it. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. Someone who makes things happen for them, in part with his legs, Jackson Chourio.
Well, he's fresh off a month where he put up double-digit home run totals. Man, Boog, this is crazy. It's no easy thing to do. I don't care what kind of power hitter you are, you think you are. He's been so impressive, especially over the last few weeks. So don't be surprised if he has a huge impact here.
Shortened a bunt and missed it, and it's 0-1. Arise with a homer in his last game. 2 outs, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. 1-1. Bunting for a hit. Grabs it barehanded. Wide throw, pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr. at the plate. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He is the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows.
And he can't come up with it.
You know, 2-out errors are kind of like 2-out walks, and sometimes even worse. You know, you think you're out of the inning, but all of a sudden, you get another out to get, and the offense has a great opportunity they're looking to take advantage of and make you pay for.
So up next, Jackson Chourio.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
And that is out of play. The 0-1. Fouled off down the right side. Kicks and fires. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Scoreless after 1. back here in Miami. Top of the second. And here's the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. Garcia in his 6th season, 28 years old. And he was born in Venezuela. That one at the knees for a strike. On the ground, Suarez gets it to first. One up, one down. Now it's Hunter Renfroe. Renfroe with 4 runs batted in his last game. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
I was really impressed with how he came through for the team in that last game, Boog. The all-time leader in 4 RBI games, Lou Gehrig with 101. I'm just a little further down the list, Boog, with 4.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. No score here in the second. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And now Bader up to the plate. One of the stars in the win yesterday as he had 3 hits. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Two down, nobody on. Breaking ball misses down and away.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Next offering is in for a strike. That's to third. Whips it across, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Anthony Santander at the plate. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
Wisniewski back to work. And that one fouled off. Bounding ball here, rolls foul. Just missed.
What's a good pitch there.
1-2.
Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Renfroe going back. Out of here. Anthony Santander knocks one out. And they jump ahead in the second. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Well, he almost robbed the home run right there, and I tell you what, he'd love another crack at it. During batting practice, you always like to work on that, and so close, but that one was just out of his reach.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Has a chance to make it a 15-game hitting streak in this one.
0-1.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. And it's 1-1. Our plate umpire, Earl Hendricks.
Yeah, with Hendricks, Boo, kind of interesting. He's a good, consistent umpire, but you do hear that he kind of favors one side of the plate more than the other. So it's really hard to know for sure, but I think that usually it has to do something with where he sets up prior to each pitch.
And a foul ball. Chris, do players ever change their approach in meaningful ways based on who's umpiring, or is it good to just be aware of tendencies so you're not that surprised?
I'd say the latter, because pitcher's got to pitch to his strengths regardless. The hitter's got to hit to his strengths. So you're aware of it, but you have to just hunt for what you can handle.
Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. In the air, left field, down the line, and that will drop foul. Just misses. And it's 1-2.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Two and two.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Ezekiel Tovar in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Two outs. And a foul ball. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a ground ball. And the inning is over. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back after this on the show. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. And that one moves his feet.
No, that's down. Ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then by the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Puts it away for the out. C.J. Stubbs digs in now. He's been a great free agent sign. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Abreu sizes this one up, corrals it, and there's 2 away. Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's going to be Zach Geloff. He's 0 for 1. Outside,
no, that's out.
Ball 1.
That's a ball.
Foul ball. And that one a little below the knees. Ball 3. And that's in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit the...
Well, looked at the fastball for strike 3 there to end the inning. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. And that misses.
That's the ball.
Ball 1. Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. It's something to improve.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Right through there for a strike. Hammers that one, curling down the line and foul. Abreu gets his lead at first with nobody out. Caught him looking for the K. Luis Ariz stands in. He's 0 for 1. In the dirt, it gets to the backstop. Abreu into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
One out and a runner at second here in the last half of the third. Just missed.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
Clips the corner, and that is strike 1. Fought off foul. 1 out and a runner at second. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Here's Acuna now. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. And there's a strike.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or two on him, he's still very comfortable. And because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. On to the fourth. Nick Ahmed here to hit.
The third baseman, Nick Ahmed.
That one not close. And that's ball one. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
1-1.
Next offering is downstairs. Swings through that one for strike two.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
He goes down looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
And now Jack Peterson struck out swinging his first time. And that is downstairs. And that's ball one. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a line drive ripped right center field. He's got it. And there are 2 down.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
And first offering is fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
Ball, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, still 0-2. 2 outs. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Fires to first on the run, and they get the out. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Double barreled action in the bullpen. Number 22 getting ready to come in for manager Brian Snitker. Stop. Also throwing. And that's off the outside edge. And now it's even 1-1.
1-1.
Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Stubbs down to first with it. In there safely.
I feel like that's one of those rules in baseball that's tough to explain the logic behind. If you're talking to a new fan or someone trying to learn the game, it's like, wait, what? The batter struck out, but he still gets to be on first base?
Yeah, I hear you. It's a weird one. Plus, the pitcher gets credit for the strikeout. It's an offer for the batter. But, of course, no out is actually recorded. Kind of one of those, just trust me, let's move on situations. There's a strike at the knees. And the count is 0-2.
0-2.
Ball one
1-2.
there. Chorio on at first. Nobody out.
Ball.
In the dirt. Blocked. And it remains 2-2.
We got a full count.
This one in the dirt. Glove side, but it gets through. And now runners at the corners, nobody out.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Hayden Wisniewski will depart, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching.
Colton Gordon into the game.
And he's been hit pretty hard at times this year, so he's looking for better. Right now, giving up more than a hit per inning.
At the plate, Salvador Perez.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful.
Ground ball right side, it squirts through. In comes the run from third. It's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead. That makes it a 15-game hitting streak, and there's some buzz about it now, Singy.
It's nothing crazy, but it does say a lot about how well he's seeing pitches and really making solid contact, barreling up the baseball at times, and everything it seems he's hitting hard. As hot as he is, I could see this streak going for a little while longer.
Hey, Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. That
ball,
one
no
in the
strike.
dirt, and that is ball 1. First and second here, no outs. And that one goes straight to the backstop. And it throws offline, safe at third. And the runners will move up.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out. So this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
And that one in the air center field. Bader should have it. He's got it. Runner tagging from third. He'll score on the sac fly, and they're up by 3.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job, and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Ezekiel Tovar will hit next. Grounded out his first time up. In the dirt. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And it drops in. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Anything but pretty right there, but he'll take it every time. There are a lot of nicknames people have attached to hits like that. Blooper, flare, duck snort, lawn dart, etc. But whatever you want to call it, it's a knot. And those are the ones that'll make you smile as a hitter just about every time.
So the batting order turns over. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. 1 for 2. Runner on the go. Cut out and miss. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
They're being real aggressive to put some runs on the board, get 2 runners now into scoring position. Excellent job of stealing second base and staying out of a potential double play. Now that can kind of backfire and kill your rally, but it worked out nicely. Now a chance to do some damage.
That catches the corner.
Oh, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Bader makes the grab, 2 down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So digging in, Jose Altuve. 0 for 2 in this one.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
First pitch misses.
Big moment in this game. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position, and could really break this thing wide open early.
Next pitch is outside. Two outs, 2 in scoring position. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Peterson under it. Makes the catch. That is the inning. So 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. We played 4. Venezuela out front here, 3-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park, we go to the top of the 5th, and now the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. Garcia back to work. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
Well, these players, they're not going to be happy with the at-bats they've been having so far. Just 1 base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They've got players in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Now it's Hunter Renfroe. Struck out swinging his first time. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. Hunter Renfroe hits one out. His 22nd homer of the year. It's 3-2. That adds another game to his hitting streak, Chris.
Yeah, he's been doing so many things well at the plate and clearly driving the ball with some authority as part of that. He's really dangerous with the bat in his hands right now. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
So here's Bader now. Grounded out his first time. And he pumps it a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And the pitch is outside, ball 1.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
The count 2-1. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline.
So glad these ballparks have installed the netting to protect the fans, keep things safer all around the league.
Swing and a tapper, and that chance handled. Sends it to first. 1 away here in the 5th. And next is the designated hitter, Matt Mervis. Fly to left his first time. Mervis, in his second season, 26 years old, And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over .325 in his last 10 games.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Swings through that. 2 runs across in the inning, and we're at the top of the 5th. Next pitch is outside.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
C.J. Stubbs getting ready to hit. Pitch is in for a strike. 0-1. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on.
No, that's low. Ball.
And he hits a ground ball right side. Altuve slings to first. And that's the 3rd out. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 3-2 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. First pitch, and he just misses. Swings through that one, out in front that time.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Shortened the bunt and missed it. 1-2. That one the other way, and that's a fair ball.
You know, I was watching his rounds during batting practice today. So impressed with his ability to let the ball travel, go back up the middle and the other way. Sometimes when you step in the box during the game, you get a little anxious and you get away from that. But so far, I've seen him stay consistent with his pregame preparation.
And now it's Ronald Acuna Jr. Just missed. Acuna with another scorching run of play lately.
We've gotten used to seeing him put together impressive stretches throughout his career, Boog. When he's going like he is right now, it's really fun to watch him.
2-0.
In the dirt, but kept close. Arise gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Bader sizing it up. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Here's the center fielder, Jackson Chourio. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt. Checks over to first, back safely. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. And he grounds one to the right side. Into the outfield, base hit. Throw into third. Not in time. He's safe.
Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
2 on, 1 out. Now the left fielder, Anthony Santander. He's already homered here in this one. In there at the knees. It's 0-1. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Foul ball there. Just missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
On the ground, 2 ball. Quickly to second for 1. And that's 2. So it's no runs on 2 base hits. No errors and 1 left. We're through 5. The veterans have the lead. 3-2. Back here in Miami, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Zach Geloff. And that's in for a strike.
Boog, that hook's looking pretty sharp today. Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
0-2.
That one outside. Going to count 1-2.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
And a swing and a miss. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Nick Ahmed, the next to hit. Ahmed having more success against left-handed pitching this season, as might be expected. Edge of the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Cut out and miss. Struck him out. Picks up strikeout number 7. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
And Jack Peterson stands in. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. So they make short work of him there. To the bottom of the 6th inning. Venezuela have the advantage, 3-2. Well, we go bottom 6th, and now Salvador Perez. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. Gathers and throws. Nicely done for the out.
Nice diving stop right there. Gets the out. Great reactions. Excellent job of finishing the play with a nice, easy throw.
Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. That's in for a strike. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. late with the swing there.
0-2.
Right through there, got him. 2 gone now.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. He got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
2 down, bases empty. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. In the air, left field. Peterson coming on, makes the catch, and that'll do it. New inning getting started, and now it's Alex Bregman.
Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that win streak to a halt.
Swings through that one for strike 1. Action in the pen down there. Brusdar Graterol, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Alvarado getting loose as well. Looking to get the tying run on base.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swings and misses, struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Now at the plate, Spencer Horwitz. Inside, just missed.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You got to step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Headed towards the corner. And that's a foul ball. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. Hunter Renfroe at the plate. He's already homered in this game. Check swing. He held up. 1-0. Next offering misses down and away. That to right. Abreu. And that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. Base hit and a good start to the inning.
Right there, does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jose Altuve. 0 for 3 in this one. Outside low, ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. Safe at second with a stolen base. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. And it's off the out-of-town scoreboard. The run comes in from second. Not in time. He's got a double.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Arise. Digs in now. 1 for 3. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
He was all over that one. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive into center field. So that definitely felt good.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. Ronald Acuna Jr. will hit next.
I'm curious how he decides to attack on the mound. This guy at the plate has been great hitting under pressure this year. Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
Hit in the air, left field. Peterson on the move. He's got it. 1 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackson.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. And now the center fielder, Jackson Chorio. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports, basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
There's the strike.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
The other way, and it stays fair. 1 run across, coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Colton Gordon out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching.
New pitcher now, Robert Stock.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Now batting.
Digging in is the switch inning outfielder, Anthony Santander. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1-2.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Peterson makes the grab.
The catcher, number 13, Salvador Perez.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Siggy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field.
Here's a 2-0.
If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
Now a fly ball to right center. Renfroe on his horse. Drops into the glove, and that will end the inning. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. Now a 6-2 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jose Butto.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
And here is Harrison Bader. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. Movement in the bullpen. Jose Quijada appears to be getting loose. When you played, did you play with guys that you thought were clutch, and sort of what were the attributes you said that's what he possesses that allows him to come through?
Well, we always used to joke, you know, guys want to eat steak, and there were some that just had a knack, could understand it. All right, this is a big, payout if I can come through with a knock here. But I think when you really look at the numbers, you really audit everything, guys kind of are who they are.
Yeah, that's a little bit high. And the count is even, 2-2.
Well, clearly not too happy with the call there. Thought he caught the top of the zone, and you could pretty much read his lips saying, that's not up.
That one just misses. Battling here as he fouls it away. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And it's caught for the out.
Now back, the designated hitter, Matt.
Next to hit, Matt Mervis. Butto, 26 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Butto, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
And that misses. And it's 2-1.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
That one missed. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Runner on at first with one gone. And the batter now, C.J. Stubbs. And it's fouled away.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Here we go, defense. Here we go.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Now it's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And a strike. Just
No,
missed.
that missed.
Mervis off of first with 2 away. And that one is inside. In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. So now 2 on
Inside, ball
and 2
4.
outs.
Take the base.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Now the third baseman, Nick Ahmed. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that's just foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Up and
1-1.
in. And 1-1. Just
Ball, that's high.
missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
First and second, 2 down. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Stop. Back to work. And that's in the dirt.
You know, this group of hitters, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've seen how many line drive base hits they've been able to produce in this one. 6 to be
2-0.
exact, and they've all been pretty loud.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And that's in for a strike. Not close with that one, and it's 3-2. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Now batting.
Man at first, nobody out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ezekiel Tovar.
So easy to look at the big boys in this lineup, but he has been a pleasant surprise all season long.
Fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Lift it to left center, way back there, and that is gone. That one felt good. His 26th of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 8-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient and waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Back to the top of the order. Now it's the right fielder, Wilyer Abreu. And first offering is fouled off. Nobody on, nobody out. A pair of runs across in the inning. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batter.
Next to hit, Jose Altuve.
Drove it off the wall last time. Just missed out on a home run.
There's a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
One down, base is empty. That one catches the corner for a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's in the
ball,
dirt.
2 strikes.
And the count is 1-2.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
And they get Altuve for the out.
Well, big power guy right there and generating so much bat speed. It's hard to bring that to a halt once you've committed. They tried to check the swing, just couldn't do it.
And here's the first baseman, Luis Arias. First pitch just misses. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Here's a 1-1. And there's a ball. Next offering is in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Line drive and foul ball. Down the right field line and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. It's a double, 3rd hit of the night for him.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Man at second here with 2 away. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. And that one upstairs. Man on second, 2 down. And another ball.
After giving up that home run earlier, it just doesn't seem like he wants to challenge him.
And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Next offering way upstairs. Jackson Chourio getting on deck circle. Arias on at second with 2 down. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. And this is now an 8-2 ball game. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Jose Quijada.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Here is Jock Peterson.
The left fielder, Jock Peterson.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Off the mark there. Now 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. That's down and in.
2-2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. So Jock is retired on strikes.
Well, we saw a solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach when you can hand the ball off to multiple arms and get stability from all of their performances.
That one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Not even
1-1.
close there. 1-1. And that one
2-1.
almost hit him.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Ground ball left
That's a
side,
foul.
and it goes just foul. 2-2 now. And a slider
Ball count.
misses down and away.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
That's ball 4.
Nope, ball
Tried
4.
another
Take your
fastball,
base.
but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Horwitz. Pitch is in there. Strike 1. Man at first, 1 away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Good eye right there.
Ball.
And delivers
2-2.
outside. Set down on strikes. And they're down to their last out.
Got a little bit of a questionable call on that fastball right there. It appeared to miss off the outside just a little bit according to the electronic strike zone, but that's the type of location where you kind of have to understand that it's close enough to where you don't want to put the fate of your at-bat in the hands of the umpire. He did, and he got burned.
Now here is Hunter Renfroe. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Pop foul out of play off to the right. One strike away. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. On the ground, and this should do it. And that'll do it.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
8-2 the final here for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.